So, good day everyone. I am Raymond Dimandal from Volumes 3A, and now we're going to discuss about the affirmative action. Now, what is affirmative action? Affirmative action refers to a policy aimed at increasing workplace and educational opportunities for people who are underrepresented in various areas of our society. So, meaning to say, affirmative action was conducted and implemented for those people who are not capable to represent themselves in our society, especially in a workplace or in an educational places. So, let us now talk about the history and the implementation of the affirmative action. The affirmative action policy rose to prominence in the United States in the 1960s as a way to promote equal opportunity for various segments of society. So yun nga, affirmative action was implemented to promote the equality for the people in the state. The policy was developed to enforce the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which sought to eliminate discrimination. So, affirmative action was implemented to promote or to eliminate discrimination, and it was developed to enforce the Civil Rights Act of the 1964 in the United States. So next, in more recent years, campaigns have expanded to make organizations and institutions even more inclusive by pushing for greater gender diversity. So meaning to say, affirmative action, as years pass by, or as year passes by, they express or they expand their campaigns in developing organizations and institutions that will promote inclusivity. So, newer policies are also aimed at providing more access to opportunities for covered veterans and people with disabilities. So, the new policies of the affirmative action promotes the what I've said before, the inclusivity in the workplaces and the educational places, especially for those people who are covered veterans. So when we see covered veterans, those are the veterans who are disabled veterans because of the wars, because of the other calamities which they have been experience, and the other people which with disabilities. So these are the peoples, or these are the people rather, that are covered with that new policies of the affirmative action. So next, let's talk about the elements of the affirmative action. Efforts to stimulate change have taken the form of financial assistance such as grants, scholarships, and other support earmarked to help with access with the higher education opportunities. So sabi nga po natin kanina, affirmative action was developed and conducted for those people who are not capable to represent themselves in a workplace or educational places. So here in affirmative action, they are giving the grants and assistance to those students who are not, capable of sending themselves in the school. So in addition, hiring practices may be structured to require the inclusion of diverse candidates for consideration for job openings. So here in affirmative action, the companies are having the consideration for accepting those people or persons that they may not capable to represent themselves in the workplace. So government agencies may mandate that companies and institutions populate their ranks with a minimum percentage of qualified professionals from varying ethnicities, genders, and cultures. So the government agencies and other private institutions must, accept and populate their workplace with a qualified professionals from different ethnicities, from various genders and cultures. So now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the affirmative action. First, let's talk about the advantages. An obvious benefit of affirmative action is the opportunities it provides to people who otherwise might not have them, who may not have them. So, here in affirmative action, just like what we talked earlier, the people having their opportunities, or the people getting more opportunities rather than without the affirmative action. These opportunities include access to education for students who may be disadvantaged and career advancement for employees who may be blocked from rising up in a corporate ladder. So yun nga po sinasabi natin kanina, one or two of the best advantages of the affirmative action was the right to educate yourself, and to those employees who are capable but not already seen in the corporate world because of their because of their ethnicity or because of their race where they belong. Second is the advantages. Opponents of affirmative action frequently call these efforts a collective failure. They cite as evidence a tiny changes of the status quo after decades of effort. So sa disadvantage naman po, the opponents of affirmative action uh, said that there are little changes in the status quo after the affirmative action was implemented. Kumbaga po, kakaunti po yung pagbabago nangyayari after po ma-promote or ma-implement itong affirmative action. The cost of such programs coupled with a belief that affirmative action forces the populace to make unwarranted accommodations derives a significant part of the opposition. So dito po, nagkakaroon po ng what we call the unwarranted accommodations. Kapag sinabi po natin unwanted accommodations, ito po yung, kumbaga, natatanggap po yung isang tao in a workplace, kumbaga, for the sort of, or for the sake of the, for the sake of the formality. For example, one of the PWD was accepted in the company, and the other people inside the workplace or the company was not already happy because that person was in their company. So kumbaga po, nandun lang yung PWD just for the formality, but the people around them or the people around this PWD was not already or was not actually happy because he or she was there. So yun po. Which US President first defined and used the term affirmative action? So it was John F. Kennedy. So he did so in 1961, telling federal contractors to take affirmative action to ensure that applicants are treated equally without regard to race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. So US President John F. Kennedy was the first president who used and defined the affirmative action. In his statement, telling that affirmative action was promote or must promote the inclusivity and equality for the people who are not capable to represent themselves in the corporate world or an educational world in terms of their race, color, religion, nationality, sex, or origin. So I think that's all for today, and thank you for listening. Goodbye and thank you.